This is a podcast about both having autism and living with someone who has autism. My mom is Sonya, and I'm Josh, and this is Josh Has Autism.
Hey everybody, welcome to Josh Has Autism.
Hello.
I knew you're laughing at me right off the bat.
It's because you had Novocaine.
I know. So sorry everybody. I had a crown put on, and because a tooth broke, and we had to do the podcast, or I should say get to, because I really enjoy doing it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, did a podcast, and it just so happened to fall when I had a crown done and got 2 shots of Novocaine, so my mouth isn't quite working very well. So
I'm not laughing at you.
I'm used to it. It's okay. I'm okay with that. All right with that. It's wonderful to hear you laugh, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fantastic because that's what I want to talk to you about today. We've talked many, many times in this podcast about the ups and the downs, mm-hmm. right? Like, living with you is sometimes like a roller coaster, you know? Like, I know you're laughing at me. It's like a roller coaster because you never know what is, you know? It's like so many ups and downs, and it's really complicated and confusing. And for those of us that love you, that, you know, spend time with you and, you know, get to share your life with you, it's really hard to see that you've been on one of those down slopes
for a long time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The down slope, and it's really been a hard one to get out of.
Yeah.
And I know that I sound totally goofy, and it feels like half my face is not there. But, yeah. But when I get... So I know that you want to laugh at me because it sounds funny, but the subject matter is extremely serious.
Yes.
So much so that I have wondered lately if you need more help than you're getting, than you have now. I've asked you if, personally, I know we did this trial about you living with RJ,
mm-hmm.
and I've asked you, you know, do you feel like you need... Because I'll finish the sentence. I just started how many and didn't finish any. I wonder if my knee jerk, because I'm your mom,
mm-hmm.
it's like to bring you back home.
Yeah.
To be able to see with my own eyes what's happening with you.
Right.
Because you haven't been able to articulate it.
Right.
For some reason, when we sit down and we hit record and we're doing a podcast.
Hey everybody, I'm doing great.
Well,
that's what it probably sounds like.
Well, sometimes I think.
Yeah.
But you're also very articulate, and you're able to express yourself really well. Yeah. Even what I'm saying is that lately you have not been able to communicate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yet, when we do a podcast, you're eloquent about how you feel, and you're honest about how you feel. So, are you able to do that today?
Be eloquent?
Express how you've been feeling. I think you're just naturally eloquent. I'm going to slobber and all. Sorry. As I'm trying to do this, I know, it's like the slobber's coming out, but yes, I think that you're naturally eloquent when you speak about how you feel and just express yourself.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that there are times when you're not functioning, and then we get on the podcast and you're able to put sentences together to help me understand what's going on with you. Yeah. But also I think to help other people that have loved ones on the spectrum, to help them understand.
Yeah.
And maybe people too. We've gotten emails and stuff from people that you've helped them. They're on the spectrum and you've helped them. Would you hand him to me?
Where's Timmy?
So you have really had a very heavy, dark time recently.
Mm.
And I would say it's been one of the worst in a while. Because you've just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. I want to clarify something about that, though.
Okay.
I have never, ever thought of killing myself or anything like that.
Right. Right.
But I just wanted to clarify that because you said
Okay.
dark time and everything like that. I wanted to be clear about that. I've never thought of that.
Right. I mean, because that is a real thing.
Yeah.
You know. Right. And okay. So how do you feel?
Not okay, to put it very simply.
Mm-hmm.
I have been unable to do just about anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waking up late, even with alarms. I don't know if they're going off or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my phone is saying they are, but I don't ever hear them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, not depressing, but very disheartening
Mm-hmm.
to wake up and think, hey, I have the whole day ahead of me, when I realize it's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And on top of that, there is all of this stuff that needs to be done, whether it's my bedroom needing to be cleaned, whether it is, and that includes laundry and stuff like that, whether it's moving Nana and Pappy, whether it's moving Haley,
Mm-hmm.
or Bug,
Mm-hmm.
as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Any of this stuff, and it's all not happening when it comes to me.
Right. And what my take is, and you can tell me if this is right or wrong, is that it's not those things that you just described. It's like those things feel overwhelming, but there's something that's changed that's made life very difficult for you lately. Very difficult for you to show up. And when you do show up, for that to be sustained.
Yeah. I can barely be around the kids anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because they stress me out so much.
Mm-hmm. And when you're here for a very short time, you keep on going into a bedroom and just laying down.
Yeah.
And oftentimes falling asleep.
Yeah.
Now, that's typical that when you can only take so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then you usually let me know that you need to,
Yeah.
separate yourself from everybody.
Yeah.
But that's been happening relatively, like, right after you get here.
Yeah.
And over again.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
It is... It is very, difficult for me to pinpoint what's going on.
Okay.
And it's not that I haven't given thought to it either. I have.
Because you're aware of it.
Yeah. And it's just frustrating that I'm not understanding what it is that what's giving me issues with it.
Uh-huh.
What's causing me to have these issues.
Right. Do you feel depressed?
Occasionally. Like, occasionally it'll be like, why can't I do this stuff? I need to do this stuff. Why can't I?
Well, that's a judgment about it. I guess what I'm saying is like a depression in you, what I've observed is just like a lack of how it shows up in you in the past is a lack of functioning. Like you sleep a lot.
Yeah,
You're really not.
That's what I mean. Is that thought process is also the behind all the feeling that I have about it, and that why can't I do anything about this?
Right. So to be clear, what we're talking about is you really not really functioning well at all in any aspect of your life. Right now.
Right.
And it really concerns me. We have an appointment coming up with your psychiatrist. I know that schedules get booked, but have you on a list so if anybody were to cancel, that you can get seen sooner.
Yeah.
But even everything has stopped.
Yeah.
Anything to do with hygiene has stopped. Anything to do with follow through. So if I've asked you to do something and you say, okay, it just didn't happen. It doesn't happen. Now that sometimes does happen with you.
Mm-hmm.
But this feels different. It's like this is just not conversations that happen. You don't even really recall happening.
Yeah.
That's how out of it you are.
Yeah.
And you're not. I would guess you're not eating well. You're not exercising. So again, and we talked last time that you are going to move back home.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned. I'm not there. I don't get to see you all the time, so I don't know exactly what's happening. But I can tell when I talk to you. I can tell when you don't show up after you've told me you would. I can tell that you, in the tone of your voice when I talk to you. I can tell by what RJ says, because he's there.
Right.
And it's really just a lack, like this sudden stop, this in your activity.
Yeah. I'm reminded of a computer that has a program that stops working. So it pretty much shuts the computer down.
Oh.
So it's like program josh.exe has stopped working.
Yeah. This is very, very concerning to me because it's at a level that I'm not accustomed to seeing you.
Yeah.
And you work through stuff all the time. You're aware, you've learned, and it seems like there's just this vacancy now that is not you. And I am very concerned.
Yeah.
So, have you felt this way before?
The closest I think was whenever I shut down after I broke up with Kayla.
Okay. That was pretty severe.
Yeah.
Right. So, one thing that we know about you is that you don't like change.
Yeah.
And there has been constant change.
Yeah.
Now, not so much to you in your life just yet.
Right. But it's been like I've been in the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where the storm is just change.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's a good analogy. So, was that a catalyst in you just kind of shutting down as you've done?
I think it's a very good possibility. I don't know though. Which is another thing that's frustrating me. Is that with as in tune with myself as I've become,
Mm-hmm.
that I am not 100% sure why I'm acting the way I am, why I'm feeling the way that I am.
Yeah. That statement in and of itself really says so much and is so clear that we need to get you in to see a psychiatrist very, very soon.
Yeah.
So that you can talk some things out, work some things out. And, you know, we've all been under so much stress.
Yeah.
And I know, I think I don't, you can understand me, right?
Yes.
Because I'm working really hard to be able to be understood, because this feels so weird. Like half of my whole, from like my nose this over, like my whole, half of my tongue, everything is just numb. I just don't feel it. We've all been under so much stress. So, again, if we just go down the list of things, you like things that are the same.
Yeah.
Well, this house has been in upheaval.
Mm-hmm.
And we were down in Florida and helping to get their Nana Pappy's house ready. We moved up here. You were part of that.
Mm-hmm.
You were a part of moving their stuff into the house.
Yeah.
So shortly after that, your sister bought a house, and then you helped to
her move into that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nana has stuff in storage, so that some of your sister's stuff was in that storage, and it went over into that house. And trying to find things. Your dad and I walk around here like, where is stuff?
Yeah.
Like, we can't find anything.
Right, and it's your house.
Yeah, it's just been crazy.
Yeah.
And nothing makes any sense. We just don't know where stuff is, and it just doesn't feel comfortable.
Right.
And so, for me, if I know that I don't feel comfortable, you know, and there's been, you know, health issues, health scares, I guess, that
Nana falling into the tub.
Nana fell into the tile in the shower and you know, had to go to the ER. Connor having a tick
on his side.
Mm-hmm. So they had to go to the pediatrician and have that pulled out.
Yeah.
Dad tore a muscle in his abdomen.
Mm-hmm. Putting Connor down.
Yeah, it's just one of those kid things. You know how you go to sit a kid down and they lift their legs up?
Yeah.
Ah, little turds.
Yeah, so he wasn't expecting that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And anyways, it tore some of his abdomen. And,
so it hurt Dad, and then it also stressed Connor out because he hurt him.
Yes, and RJ is, you know, the lease on that apartment is going to be up pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you're feeling that stress from him. Because RJ doesn't like change either.
Right.
Not as intensely as you, but he likes to have things in order. The fact that he doesn't know where he's going yet. He doesn't have a place. Didn't find a place yet.
Yeah.
I know that his stress is stress that you feel.
Yeah.
The kids are super high stressed right now because they just moved into a new house. But that's only been a couple days now.
Yeah.
So from the 28th of May to just a couple days ago, it's been getting the new house ready for them to move into. And so they've been like, where's the house? This is the house? Nope, we're sleeping over here. We're sleeping over here. We're going to this house. It's a new house? Yeah, but your bed's not here.
Yeah.
Wait, none of my stuff is here. It's just,
yeah.
For especially Connor, who likes things to be regimented like you do.
Yeah.
It's been extremely stressful for him. So the people in your life are really high strung right now.
Yeah.
Like all of us, we're incredibly stressed.
Yeah.
I don't even have high blood pressure. And when I went to the doctor the other day, they said I had high blood pressure. And they're like, "Do you have a lot of stress in your life?" I'm like, maybe a little.
Yeah. And then right before all that happened, there was the issue with Oliver.
Yeah.
And since then, and even prior to that, Einstein's been having physical issues too.
Yes, and so Oliver passed away, which was very, very hard.
Yeah.
And Einstein
Won't stop itching.
I know. He's 12 and a half years old, and he's a little Bichon, and he just has had a rough time of it. His allergies, they call it allergies, but he just itches, scratches all the time. He's miserable. His hair is falling out, and so trying to help him out through
therapist.
That. Yeah.
He needs a doggy therapist.
Yep, he does. A doggy therapist, and he sees a dermatologist in a couple weeks. But he's also what I just, he's not. He doesn't see anymore. Remember, he lost his hearing.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he's seeing very well. And
well, his eyes are shut right now, so
right. but yeah, but so yes, so he's a great deal for me, especially because I'm the primary caregiver.
Yeah.
For Einstein.
Yeah.
And he's really struggling, and like he's tripping when we go on a walk. He's tripping up curbs. He's tripping down curbs, and his back end is really weak now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's painful, but it's weak.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's an awful lot. So yes, that's included in all the stress. So it seems like all of us have things,
Yeah.
So anyway, my point is, in going through all of that, is that all of the people in your life that you rely on to help you to be grounded and to stay on track and to just check in on you and to be there for you, we are all completely stressed.
Yeah. And that makes it a lot more difficult on me, and because I rely on you guys so much, that not having you guys be available as much as you can be is very stressful. And that makes you stressed, and it makes me stressed, and it can at times really cause me to, as much as I hate this term, shut down.
And that bothers me because you have always been a priority for me.
Yeah.
And the craziness of just so many things that have to be done.
Yeah.
Is really interfered with, like I said, that groundedness,
Yeah.
So you sleep a lot.
Yeah.
You're having a hard time concentrating.
Yeah.
You're having a hard time, harder than usual, remembering things.
Yes.
Having a hard time being around people, even when it's not a super stressful situation.
Right.
You just don't really want to be around anybody.
Right.
Your daily walks that you were taking for a while stopped. You forget to take a shower. You forget to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You forget to do things around the house that you had gotten into the habit of doing.
Yeah.
Like doing laundry. And so all of those things that you had worked to
achieve and overcome.
Right. And you had. A lot of them you had.
Yeah.
And it feels like that you've taken some steps backwards.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that when if I don't bring it up?
Very much so.
Are you?
Yeah.
When you think of that, what kind of things come up?
What do you mean?
I mean, when you realize you're aware of that you're not doing things that you used to be very proficient at doing, what's going through your head, if anything, about that? So you realize it, and then what?
Self-recrimination.
For how long?
Too long.
But
And it's overwhelming. It is not like, oh crap, I forgot something. Let me get on that. It's nowhere near that.
Right.
It's like, why didn't I do this? Why? Why am I not doing it now? Why am I still not doing this? Oh, look, a butterfly. Why am I not doing this?
So you just can't. You just can't. You just can't get to a point of taking steps to accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Even if I am trying to, it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. And are you aware of it all the time?
A lot of the time.
And you just can't make things happen.
Right.
We know that other times we talk about this, that for you, when things are abstract, it's difficult to handle. It doesn't make sense to you. Anything that's abstract is not going to help you.
Right.
Because you need it to be concrete. You need it to be clear.
Right.
And even if you're clear that you need to do something, why is it that you're not able to take steps to do it? Do you know that?
No.
Does it feel like it's overwhelming to a point that you don't know where to start?
That's part of it, yeah.
A lot of times I will ask you lately, have you done something that we had talked about? And you said I didn't even think about it.
Right.
And again, this is different than what we've ever talked about before.
Right.
This is intense.
Yeah, like, was it yesterday that you told me that you called me?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even recall us having a conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's been happening a lot.
Mm-hmm. So I think if you're okay with this, not only am I going to try to have your psychiatrist appointment bumped up,
Mm-hmm.
but I think maybe just an overall physical would be helpful.
Okay.
I know that you don't like this, but they might request some blood work.
Mm-hmm.
Just as an overall checkout.
Right.
Just to give you that physical that will just make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah.
In all aspects.
Right.
My hunch is that everything that you've known to be a certain way all of a sudden is an upheaval, and again everybody's stressed and nothing is normal, and so my guess is that started you spiraling.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably the trip down to Florida, and back, with all the work and the effort and the concentration and having to be a shotgun for the Uncle Tracy driving the U-Haul and, all of it.
Yeah.
Staying in a hotel, which is, for most people, that might not be can feel overwhelming, but for you it does. It's a different place. It's new. It's weird. It has different smells. And so I think my guess is that that's probably when all of it started. Was all the things that you know to be true kind of tossed up in the air, and let's see where it's going to land.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's all of it or not, but I can definitely see that.
Well, you're moving back home, and I asked you today to, if you wanted to do that sooner rather than later. It feels to me that you're not okay,
Mm-hmm.
and that some structure might really be exactly what you need.
Mm.
And when I say might, I should have said is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about you. I don't feel bad about saying, hey, do you want to come back earlier? Because we've already discussed this, and you already feel like, yeah, you really. The lease is up in mid August with RJ. You're going to be moving back home anyway. We discussed that. You feel like, yeah, regroup.
Yeah.
It was, you made an effort there, but regroup, and in the future maybe try that again.
Yeah.
But I do worry about you being there by yourself all day when he's at work, and not that you're going to hurt yourself. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
But that there's no structure.
Right, so nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Dad and I, he goes to work. We get up at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And not that I would wake you up at 6:30 in the morning, but, certainly before 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now about everything that we're talking about?
A bit down about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that I'm talking it out with you.
Uh-huh.
It's making things a little bit clearer as to why things are happening and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm exhausted.
Yeah. From this conversation or just in general?
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, my eyes are starting to burn.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm tired, I guess.
Okay. Well, we can make this podcast a short one, but I do want to tell you this. That part of what you're feeling, I feel like I'm kind of like parallel with what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
In that I don't know where anything is. The bedroom that I had here is not my bedroom anymore. I'm in a different bedroom, and the office that I had is not my office anymore. And the things this isn't a complaint because it's fine. And I just said to Pappy, just do what you want to in the kitchen. That's fine. Because he's a really good cook, and honestly, they have better stuff than I do, right? So put your stuff in there. I don't mind it. It does sometimes. Your dad said it to last night perfectly. He goes, I don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
Because where the food was kept is different. Where glasses was moved was,
yeah.
It's not a problem. It's just that we don't know where stuff is right now.
Right.
And anyway, when I think about the stress that I'm feeling, for a doctor to say, like, my blood pressure was really high.
Yeah.
For that to happen, and more likely due to stress, if I'm feeling that, and I can't even imagine what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Because you're not living here right now, but yet every interaction is about something that's going on here.
Yeah.
If people don't know, Josh is 5'11".
I'm 5'10" and 3/4.
Okay. And like an ox, like strong. Strong. And so, yes, there have been times, a lot of times recently, that we've asked you to help move something.
Yeah.
And that's hard on you because of what I'm understanding now is that you not feeling up to talking, not feeling up to communicating or interacting.
Right.
And then we're asking you to do something that's physically taxing on top of that.
Yeah.
You know, I can really see that that's added to that stress that you've got.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody feels relaxed right now in the family.
Mm.
I mean, there's good things that are happening.
Right.
And this is all going in the right direction.
Right.
But
It's just not there yet.
No, and I think we're all so stressed that we can't relax. We're not sleeping well.
Yeah.
You know, we're just...
It's blue.
What's
my toe,
blue?
My toe.
What? Oh, because you dropped something on it.
I dropped the washer on
it, so your toe is blue?
Yeah. Or it might have been the dryer. I don't remember which.
That's a toenail polish. Fingernail polish, if you want it.
No.
Covered up?
No.
No? All right.
No.
All right.
Never.
Never. All right. But it's there for you if you change your mind.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm glad about that.
So it's not broken or anything.
So what do you need? Can you articulate that at this point? What do you need to feel better? Anything, or you don't know yet?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I really don't know yet.
Okay. Well, I feel like that for my part in this, we need to communicate more. I understand that stresses you, so we'll try to keep it as least stressful as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could let me know, I think that my mouth is getting more numb because I just got home for the dentist, so I feel like it's going over to the other side now. I'm having a hard time talking. Why does it feel fat too? Isn't that weird? Like you go to the dentist and like it feels fat. It's not fat.
No, it's not.
It doesn't look any different.
No.
It's just, but it feels that way.
That's because it feels clunky.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Yep. I'm totally clunky right now. Yep. So how about if you, on your part, know that we're getting you set up with doctors to get, to rule out things.
Yeah.
For you to do your very best to let me know what you need as we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
I think that us making an effort to communicate a few times a day just to make sure you if there's something you need or to make sure that you are doing things for yourself.
Yeah.
And then I think that you and I need to have a conversation about you moving back sooner. I'm not going to push that.
Right.
It is an option though, if need be.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to call the family doctor and get an appointment for you. Sometimes they have same day appointments.
Okay.
Are you okay if you get into the doctor tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or would you rather me wait till Monday? Because that's not much notice.
Right. I'd prefer Monday, but I can do tomorrow if we need to.
Okay.
AKA, please do it on Monday.
Okay, we'll do it Monday. We'll do it on Monday.
Okay.
I feel like your medications need to be reviewed. Yep. And the physical is going to help, and I think maybe keeping things lighter and easier for you in conversations, and give yourself a break too. This is real stuff, so it's frustrating. If somebody has a broken leg, you go, oh yeah, your leg is broken, take it easy.
Yeah.
Just sit there. Don't, just give yourself time to heal.
Yeah.
When people have issues that cause them to need to sit and heal mentally.
It's like, what are you doing? Get off your butt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I just think that because it's like invisible, and so I don't think it gets the the same respect
Right.
as if somebody has something physically going on.
Right.
But I believe in giving mental health as much time as physical health needs to heal.
Yeah.
So what I want you to know is that I see that you're really struggling, and I want you to be able to let me know when you need something,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're not feeling well.
Okay.
Even if you can't explain what it is, to let me know. And I will say, you have been very good at this the last couple days. So we've been having some pretty good conversations, and
Yeah.
then when you're telling me, I don't feel right, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just exactly what you need to say.
Yeah.
You don't always have to have the answers when you're reaching out for help.
Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I think I've bitten my tongue 80 times, so I think I should probably stop talking anyway. But, anyway, yeah. Let me know. All right?
All right.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay. All right.
Let me try and do this so you can rest your tongue.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for stopping by and listening to us. If you can leave us a 5-star review. It allows us to be seen easier by everybody. And if you have any questions that you want answered, or if you have any topics you want to talked about, or if you have any stories for us that you want to share with us, you can get in contact with us on my mom's website. It's sonyaking.com, SONYAKING.com, and we'll do our best to get back to you in a timely manner.
Yep, I sure will. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. We always appreciate you.
Yeah.
We hope you have a wonderful day and that you feel loved.
Yeah.
Yep, so we will talk to you next week. Love you.
Bye.